And welcome back to the Space Engineers building a base. This will be part 2 of the part 1. I don't know how many parts it'll take, but it'll be part number of part number of part number. And it'll take however many it takes. So, for those of us that didn't watch part 1, here's the start of our base. We got the outside landing platform right there. We're going to end up putting a gun and a door and a sign. We'll come out here and we'll put our little lights. I'm not quite sure how we'll do that, but we'll put some lights out here, because you gotta have lights. And we got our 2 cargo containers in here with an additional small one. I now need to start mapping out how we're going to go down, because that's what it looks like is ending up that's going to happen, is we'll end up going down. So we'll come underneath here. We're gonna have to do some remapping. That over there won't exist, so we can just take that out of there like that. Pretty much everything from right there that away won't exist at all. I don't know if I'm going to keep this landing platform right here and turn it into the interior hangar so we can work on our stuff and such, but we'll just have to find that out when we get there. And other than that, let's look to start building into the ground here so we're connected. So in case when I go ahead and delete that this doesn't come falling out when I load in the game afterwards. Alright, let's see here. I don't know why they've got that like that. I just don't understand that. Something to do with expandability purposes. So, okay. We're going to want to do a refinery and then an assembler. Now, I would like to set up and have a refinery, an arc furnace, and an assembler to start off with, because yes, the arc furnace, however, doesn't get modules. It does process certain ores faster, like the nickel, iron, and cobalt, faster than the refinery can. I don't know if it does it more efficiently or if it does it with more or less blocks, but I really don't care on that sense. The question we have to ask ourselves is, do we want to have the immediate come down and be the refinery floor, and then go down and do medical bay and cryopods at the bottom so it's completely safe and won't get shot, and then power core underneath that? That's what I'm thinking, because when we have drones and such turned on or something of that nature, then you gotta worry about people taking out your upper base. Well, if they take out your spawn point, you're kind of screwed. So I'm thinking we're going down. So let's go to our G menu here. Let's go ahead and set up a bar, because we're gonna end up removing some soil here. I do believe, yep, 5 is good. We'll go to our Vox tile support here. This allows us to remove things. A standard block on a large ship / station is 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5 meters, and this is how this is recorded in, as in being in meters. So you'll tell that okay, so that it sets it there, and then you take the box. And I will also go ahead and throw the ramp in there. I don't think I'll end up using it, but usually I only use the box to remove dirt, and that's what the Vox tile support is. It allows you to remove the dirt and make it a little bit easier. I don't know why. It should snap to a grid. Huh, that's odd. Yep, that is very odd. So I seem to be getting stuck, like I can't fly up or fly down. That's weird, and that's never good. Okay, so we can rotate it. Let's see if we can rotate it nice and square like. There we go. I'm going to kind of be up with this, so let's go ahead and go straight down right there. And you notice that it deforms and not actually, as it removes dirt, so that it kind of gives a more uniformed look as you're doing this. It gives it a more natural or unnatural look. There we go, depending on what you're going for, you know. I try to go for the more natural-ish look as much as possible, but we'll just have to see how it turns out. So, can I hear? Dang it. See, that should be far enough this way for temporarily. I don't know why. I'm not lagging, but it is just like not wanting to respond and not wanting to lift off. It's like I'm pushing forward thrust right now, and I'm not getting anywhere. That is just hardcore weird. And then it does that. Like, I don't know. Okay. Now this does beat digging out. I mean, I could equip my tool and go flying through here and digging and such, but this way I can do it pretty quick, and then I can come back and fill it back in. I don't know if you've noticed or not, there in the corner of my screen, just above my bar there, number 7, it says material sand. Well, if I choose to place a block, then it will place that material, and they've got all the materials available, and you can go through there and you can place what you want to place, or how you want to place it. Come on. Now, I mean, I could have made the block larger and gone through and only pulled a real big massive chunk out at a time, but I don't want it to get too much out of there. I don't want to have a big old chasm underneath there, because I do want to dig and do it myself when I'm playing in my solo survival, give myself time for, you know, optional things to do while goofing around, waiting for things to process and such, you know, so I don't want to do all the work. So let's go ahead and switch over to this one here. We'll come off there. Yeah, we'll come right there with that. Now you notice how that it seems to be going through there. Now if I take the box tile support hand here, and it's rotated again, which is odd. Anyway, you can come up here and you can trim that off like that. Give it a kind of nice even look there. Now from what I understand, it does not interfere with any of the vents or conveyor tubes if a conveyor tube is placed inside of the soil, you know, like partway, like, I don't know if you guys can see the bounding box or not, but inside the soil like that. So I'm not for sure if it does or does not hold a what's the word I'm looking for? Interfere. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. If it does not or does not interfere, but from what I understand, it does not interfere, thus allowing you to have a little bit of it placed in all kinds of weird forms and fashions and not having it mess up too much of anything. Alright, so just holding that there, and delete this, delete this. Now this will be a shorter video this time, as the last video I loaded was pretty stinking long, and I did not realize how long it would take to upload to YouTube. I have the world's second worst internet in our nice little hometown, and so it's not quite that good. Alright, so that should give us a nice good area to work with. Now obviously you're going to need more than that, but we're just going to start with that. Go ahead and put a final layer down here. Kind of represent if we go down, it'll be about as far down as we want to go, even though we'll probably end up going deeper than that. Let's go ahead and throw a block there, come across 4, oh no, 3, and we'll go ahead and go up all the way. Because like I said, after all, it's going to be kind of like a pillar style base, and once again I seem to be stuck in the ground, or on the ground, can't fly. It's just weird. It's almost like it's overall not wanting to respond. So Anyway, the reason why I'm going this way is because I saw that there may or may not have the new models. Whoops, wrong button. Don't hit K. Hit F, maybe? Aha! They have new player models. And it does not look like it. Looks like the standard. You can play to be an astronaut. I guess that must have been a mod. Must have been a mod. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, yeah, if you go to the this side of the medical bay, not the little panel, but the side over here, you can press F and you can access it. And you can change your person to a big black spider, which, you know, whatever, or the different color spider, or you can do the standard space spider, which that's what they look like on Mars. And then they have the cyber hounds, which is what you'll see on the Earth-like planet, and then of course yourself. Here you can also change the color of your suits and all that jazz, and I'm probably covering things that people have already seen, but so like I said, I just saw that and I thought, maybe that'd be awesome, that'd be pretty stinking cool, but turns out I was wrong. So where do we want to go down at is the question. See, that comes down right there. So do we want to come down on that wall, or do we want to come down from that side? Because you're going to have a little bit of an upper area, and I'd like to kind of narrow when you go down stairs, you know. And so you can't go right through right here because all the plumbing. Oh, I did figure out, and I did note on my other video, they were using that one, and how to access the paint wheel is you press P and then it allows you to access it, and if you click your middle mouse button or your scroll wheel on your mouse, you can paint and just basically allow you to color things fairly quickly. You can hold down shift and you can give it a large. Control does so many by so many, and then a shift control does even more. But like I said, the color doesn't really matter because we're gonna go back and fix it anyway. And as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that I probably want to do an access door, so for some reason we run out of hydrogen, we can get in and go back up, because running out of hydrogen just sucks, and it happens. So what we might do is let's go ahead and place a block right here, and then we'll go to number 4. We'll place this guy like this, and we'll go back over here. Yep, 4, 1. Place that, and we'll come over here and we'll go. Now, if you've noticed, by doing that, skip a block and then go down, so you can kind of come down here and pre-prep yourself so you're not having to fight with the ever so often, you know, where do I go from here, how do I place what, and yada yada yada. I've seen people and I've done it myself, where it seems to just take forever to pick and build what we want to do or place, because you're just kind of like, oh well, I want to do this, or I want to do that. And if you see, that puts it in the ground right there, which will give us a good another point on access to the ground, so we'll know we'll want to start accessing right there. Let's go ahead and place the blocks for the other receiving side. And that one actually could have gone, yeah, I'll just do it the easy way. Let's try to fight that right here. Nope, if I fill it up all the way, it will block that ladder well enough to delete it afterwards, so we'll just do that. I know arguing with yourself is quite fun and hilarious sometimes, so we'll go ahead and place that there, and that should, in theory, give us a nice beautiful path to get back up here. So let's go ahead and place a block there, block here, block here, block there, and Let's see, I'll give you a sample of what I mean. By holding down Shift and Control, I was able to paint all of that to match the base. So press number 2. I don't know if I like that. Let me go to the actual steps. See, like that. Looks more appropriate, doesn't it? Because you'll step up, you'll open the door, step in. I'll either have a sensor, I'll put a sensor up on here so it'll detect when you walk through the door and it'll open for you so you don't have to push on it. Adds a little bit more immersion, but I'll probably add that once I am in the game and actually gaming. But we'll check this out real quick. Let's see about this. Okay, yep, that's looking good. I like this. And of course, somebody messaged me and I can't check. So, hold on. Okay, anyway, so what we need to do is think about how we're going to close this in, because this will be the outermost wall. I guess we could probably look at doing like maybe some windows or something like for ground level. Maybe, you know, what do you think? You know, do 3 windows, 4 windows maybe. Actually, I'd have to do 2 longs flipped around, because nope, because that's an uneven. It's 2 blocks there and it's 1 block there, and if I did the 2 blocks there and 2 blocks there, then I'd throw that off. Easy, they said it was going to be. No problem, they said it was going to be. We can go ahead and do that though. Makes sense to go ahead and do that. Okay. Let's see here. See, each one of these can actually be considered a level, you know. So if you want to say that this would be level 1, it would lead to the hangar base, so we could actually go ahead and just kind of knock out these floor parts right here where we're going to put a door. What do you think? Probably don't want the door to be much wider than that, so 3 blocks. So we'll come down here, move out those 3 like that, and then we can put another door in there. We'll go ahead and we'll build this up. Wrong button. We'll come up here. Let's see, 2 for that one. That should be high enough, I think. Yeah, 2. We'll go ahead and come across here like this. Come up there like this. Okay, and then we'll put button panel and such on one side or the other. We'll go ahead and get rid of this block right there and close that up. Let's see, number 5. I guess this should have been a heavy armor like that. Because if a ship's going to fly on it, you don't want it to get damaged real easy, and light armor damages a little bit quicker than heavy armor does, especially when it comes to thrusters. But light armor does hold its own against thrusters for the most part. And I just screwed up again. No, I just deleted that again, and I'm gonna have to, just like I did up there, I'm gonna have to note that. So I'll have our doorway, and this will be our hangar bay room. And so that'll kind of be like the outcropping. I'll do a arched something underneath here, something like let's see. We'll start off with something like that, and then we'll go to something like this, and then go to number. Do I want to do a 1 or do I want to do a... Normally I make it steeper. Yeah, there we go. That makes see it a little bit better, huh? Look at that. A nice kind of cool little arch there. I think I'll end up going back and doing this. Yeah. Well, that goes down real deep in comparison. Okay, this will end up being this outer wall here. How do I want to join those together? I don't know how we want to join those together. I mean, we could do something similar to what we did over there, but I don't like that line. I'd almost rather do a straight line than that. Yeah, that's more appropriate. I like that. It's a little bit more flush. Even though I got that arch there in the back. Well, I say arch. That part right there is more of an arch than that is. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over here. Kind of give a reverse effect going into the ground. This way we could look at putting a down hanger down here. So if we can build something underground and then bring it up out of ground if we want to, or build it up in our upper hangar bay and then be able to fly it out from the hangar bay. So let's go over here. Okay, so this is going to be a floor. So we want the immediately floor below this level to be our refinery area. So what we want to put in there is we're going to want to put a refinery. So let's go to this menu and then go to productions. So there. And let's go ahead and scope out a refinery, an arc furnace, a assembler. Well, might as well put an oxygen generator on. Well, needed to anyway. Then we need to go to another one of these is what I'm looking for. Let's see here. There's the oxygen tank, which technically we don't need in this kind of area, but the base has one on there anyway. I'm not quite for sure why, so we'll go ahead and put it on there anyway. Let's look for a hydrogen tank. I probably just passed it and somebody's going, it's right there, it's right, yep, see, look, right there. Okay, so, but we're going to go ahead and place a refinery. So if you'll notice, each refinery has a, let me see if I can back out of here, has a set number of things, entry points, where the conveyor tubes work appropriately on there. So in this particular instance, it has them on that side, so we could rotate this around like that and place it right there, feeding directly into that one right there, which this one we can leave for now. Might end up turning it into oxygen storage spot. Actually, no, that's actually not half a bad idea. What is that, number 6? Let's see, we'll go ahead and put 3 oxygen tanks. Okay, so we've got that set up. Now, have you noticed that the refinery's just freaking huge? It's huge. So, what we're gonna do is, because we want this to be kind of compact, we'll go ahead and throw the oxygen generator. Oh, which side I like? I like this side. Or that side. Well, the downside is the oxygen generator actually doesn't have modules that can be put on it, but an assembler, which was the previous one we were looking at, it does. So it needs to be placed so that modules can be placed on it. So if we put it there like that, then we can put the oxygen generator like that, and we can put a connector tube. I don't think I've got a menu set for that yet. Oh, I do. I forgot. Let's see. Number 4. How do we want to do this? We want to have... That'll come down with a straight pipe, at least one. And then we'll do a number like that. Like this. And like that. This will give us the option to be able to put in more than one arc furnace later on. But as I said, for this particular scenario, we're not going to put in more than one of anything. So what we can do though is we can go back here. How do we want to do this? See, this doesn't allow direct access to the assembler, which I'm not too uncomfortable with, but I am kind of uncomfortable with. But it does kind of give you an idea. Let's see, I guess I could put the... And yeah, we'll just replace those. That one's fine-ish. I don't agree. Yep, nope, I don't like it. So we'll go ahead and take those off there. There we go. I'm going to take now put the actually no, we're gonna messed up. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna add a small cargo container here, but what we're gonna do is replace the 6-way with a small cargo container, allowing us a quicker and closer access point to the refinery, which doesn't really matter much, but it does give us a secondary storage point and does allow us to pull off of it and go in different places. So let's go this way. I know I just covered up that hole, but don't worry, I'll be going down there eventually, to the deep dark hole of nothingness. Okay. This one can be the oxygen generator. Because what we can do is we can do yep, like that. And go back over this way, place one of these, go like that, and then connect a assembler, which helps if I'm on the right tab. Yes, I just realized I muffed it up. I was going to put an arc furnace like that covering that cargo container, which is still fine. I guess I can. It'll just give us extra storage place in oddball places. So this way we'll place the assembler. Then we'll come through. Go ahead and take those out. Yes, because we're going to put modules there, there, and there, so all four sides. Now I'm trying to keep it a little bit compact or keep it within certain parameters, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. So I'll go ahead and fill this in and then trim this off for right now anyway. This will most likely well, I say most likely it will change. I'm just throwing it out there to give myself an idea. Do the catwalk kind of setup there. So let's do a number 2. Rotate this like that. Actually, let's do a number 3 because I've got an idea. Like this, and you're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Well, I'll tell you exactly why I'm doing that, because I'm going crazy, slowly but surely. And we're going to put one of these on this menu. We're going to go ahead and add, there they are. Now, let's say we want to do a 6. And number 5. Number 8. And this what we'll do is we'll put one going that way. So I'll do is replace a number 7. So we can go this way with a number 8. This way we'll have direct access to the top of the oxygen generator. If for some reason we're having issues, we'll be able to access it. I like to be able to access at least everything in one direct form or fashion. I realize I don't have direct access to the refinery, but that's a little bit mute. If I don't have access to it through plumbing, then obviously something has gone horribly wrong. And so I probably should have replaced that corner with, let's see, is that gonna be high enough? Yeah, I messed up. I did. I really did. Yep, I did. Okay, so we're gonna need you'll see why here in a second. You're gonna be like, well, what do you mean you messed up? Well, because I didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And that, of course, threw it all off. So, okay. Number 8. And then we'll do, I don't think I can do this one right there. Nope. But I can do a okay, so I'll have to do a, that'll allow me to put a thing on top of it like this. There we go. And then what we can do to kind of clean that up so it doesn't look horribly bad, and go to this one here, and then just flip it over like that. So it doesn't look atrocious. I like that. Just pretend there's maybe a wall, or maybe that's a open chasm down several stories to the power cell. I don't know. But see, you can access the top of the oxygen generator. You can come over here, you can go upstairs, or you can go downstairs. I might have a little bit of a, like an ground observatory kind of thing there. Set up a control panel or something. Then you have our, here we go, welcome to the refinery section. So you can access that, and I'll probably end up putting windows right there to keep, you know, make it look nicer, or I'll do something else. I don't know. I don't know yet. Don't ask. I don't know. Seriously. But I know what I will be doing. I will be doing this. To match it with that. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so apparently I didn't get as far as I wanted to get, and I don't know if I should continue to go and ramble, or if I should just call it and allow me to record this, or edit this. Not much, but edit it nevertheless. Yeah, see, I'm not quite sure. I'm real horrible when it comes to interiors. I mean, I can build a horribly looking ship on the outside and even worse interior. So, but at least we got our stairwell set up. So what I can do though is I can go over here. We'll come to the search bar. We'll type in helps if you spell door right. You just don't spell door. Let's see. So we're gonna have one, wrong button. We're gonna have one there for sure. And we're gonna have a second one up here. It's accessed up here. And then we're gonna have our hangar bay doors, which I can just take that off temporarily. Put that on there. Go G. Button, 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 panel, button, panel. There we go. Okay. Now, in theory, the last three hangar doors, which should be these three right here. I'm just gonna do kind of a quick grouping. I'll end up going back and readjusting these and renaming them and such like that. I just want to make sure that they're the right ones. Alright. Let's see how that works. Look at that, beautiful. And yes, it will form an airtight seal, even though we really don't need it on an Earth-like planet. So what we'll do is we'll come here and press wrong button, K, that's what it was. Go down here and go to our groups. And then look for new, there we go. Drag it down here. We'll tell this side to open. Click and drag over here, and we'll tell it close. And go ahead and open and close. And then I'll put an LCD panel right there, which I guess I can go ahead and do now. Where's my LCD panel? LCD. I just saw it. I really did. Yep, there goes my brain. We don't want the wide, we want just the standard. And it won't... Oh, that's right. I forgot. Because there's no collision boxes, I can't bring it down. Or not collision boxes. Yeah, anyway, there's a word I'm looking for, and it's not coming to my brain once again. And I'm not going to remove the panel, or the button panel to put the light right up there, but I guess I can put it right there. Come in here, let's go K. Open. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close. Enter. And then I'm not quite for sure if this will work or not, but 2, 3, 4. That's a little bit better. What does the little V look like? Not much better at all. That looks horrible. It really does. That one looks more straight than that one does. We'll just have to. Okay. Now we want to bring it down a little bit. So let's come in here. 2. Now sometimes it doesn't refresh right away, so the best way to make it refresh is just adjust the font size. That doesn't look horribly bad. I'd say that looks... Maybe I can bring that eye back just a smidgen on that one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's try this again. Let's see here. I just took its place, so yep, and that really didn't help at all. Really? I just did it again. Never mind. Alright, okay. That doesn't look too bad, I don't think. You know? Open, close, right? And it's supposed to say on here, but it just says the group name. It's supposed to say the group and what it does, or if there's an action control to it. But it's not showing that, so we'll come over here and we'll rinse and repeat this horrid process we just did there. Let's see here. Come down here. Groups. New. Close. Up here. Okay. Make sure it's mine. Edit public text. Let's say open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close. Enter. I don't remember how many spots I had between them, but it's starting to look about like the other one. There we go. And then we'll say 1, 2, 3, maybe? Okay. So we'll say 3. I think it was just 2, but we'll find out here in a second here. Show public 2.7. Yep, see how much lower it looks like that than the other one does? Let's go ahead and pull a one off of it. Okay. And then I'll do is just adjust font size a little bit here. Okay. Alright. That looks almost exactly like... Yeah, good. It does. It's exactly like... Alright. So now we got our little button panels put in, our door put in for our hangar bay. And just pretend there's a ceiling or a wall or something. I don't know yet. Then we have our going down side. We just haven't figured out how we're going to close it in. If we want to do it all completely sealed up, or if we want to do it open to let some daylight or night light in, or outside light in, or what. But what we can do now is we can come into here. We can go to our... Why is it switching? There we go. I don't know why that's jumping like that, but... Clear out this. Go ahead. I can't delete that right there. There we go. Oh, come on, behave. Just do this right here. And then we'll take that piece out right there. Less cluttered looking now, without the screen displaying a bunch of gibberish. Now, I don't know exactly how we're going to have this set up here yet, but like I said, I usually just have ideas and then I fill it in and then I delete it and then I break it and I fill it in and I delete it and I break it and cry about it and then say, maybe that one. Okay. Alright. So see, we have our refinery. So the next room we would want would be our medical bay, because we want it to be as close to the oxygen generator as possible. Now what we could do is we could provide a pump or a connection port right through there. Let's go ahead and look at the setting that up. So we need to first come out here a little bit, I said. Clear this out. Now you can always put this back or add dirt back, and I'm not so good with that, but they say it's like painting and just takes time and practice, and you too can paint like a professional, and I don't see that I can do that right away. So we will let's see, we need to define a floor here. We don't need much space, so we could actually say that that's our floor 1. That'll give us our I know that probably isn't going to work out, but then do that, delete that one. I like you just put that there. I know life sometimes is just made up of improvising. Let's see here. How am I gonna have my medical bay if I have it set that way? Then I can do, yeah, that's what I'll end up doing. 1, 2. And I'll do like that. And we'll put the medical bay right there. So first need to go to our Digi menu. Let's see, medical bay. Okay, now in theory, it's connected to everything. And what we'll do is we'll put cryopods right there. Thinking 1 or 2. I think the base starts with 2, so I think I'll just do 2. Maybe do like 1 right there, and then 1 above it, and maybe do a let's see here. I'm not for sure how we want to do this, so let's delete some of this back up here. Clean that up a little bit, right there. Come on, go away. Come on, corner. There we go. Okay. So, what I could do is do a... because this is still got to go down to the next floor, or we want to go under it. You know, we'll come up from underneath the... crap, I didn't think how many sides it in, so it's 1, 2, 3 blocks in. So, you may ask, well, how do you know that? Well, just repetitive. 1, 2, 3. See, bottom of the medical bay connector, and then at least that's made for down there. And then we come over here. We can do... I don't want to put a cryopod right there, because then it'll be right in the way of that piece. We don't have it set back like that. So I could do... let's go ahead and go here, remove this. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, see, if I put it there, it's too far forward. I could do 1 right there like that. And then do 1 above it like that. So now it's connected. Oops, down the hole. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a pillar there. And then we'll place like this. And in front of that we'll place like that. Okay, so that doesn't feel too cramped. Yeah, that's alright. That's not bad at all. And we still can get around everything. Allows room for expansion. You know, put a 6-way or another 6-way connector, and then do some more cryopods. Yeah. So it allows room for expansion. And plus, like I said, it's going to be an easy start base. We want a little bit of excess of material, so because when I leave, I probably end up grinding this entire thing to oblivion. And you're thinking, oh my god, you're doing all this work on it, and you're just going to grind it to nothing. Well, probably, most likely, but not saying that's going to happen though. And plus, it does allow us to expand that way if we want to. I don't know how far and such does yet. So, alright, so down here we're going to have a power room. So, first things first, we're going to need to be on this one. Let's go ahead and remove that. Let's grab this and those. So number 6. Oh, this thing is stinking huge. I was under the impression that it wasn't so damn big. Yeah. Got a little ways to go here. Oop, wrong button. I just placed sand. That's what it looks like when you place it, by the way. Let's see. It's like that. This. And down through here. Okay. Let's go ahead and come over here. Alright. Excuse me. Okay, so in theory, now I should be able to build it down 1 block. Once again, a theory, not a proven fact yet. So, let's see, number... Oh, that's huge. Alright, so that's plumbed in. Now we're going to go to number batteries here. Two, three, four, 5. I think that's what they've got over there, is about 5 batteries. Now obviously it'll take some trim up in that area. Might adjust things a little bit more. We don't have direct access once again to the refinery, except for when we... Why am I even fighting with this? Let's see. Okay, there we go. That'll be a little bit easier to fly in here, and it will be easier for me to put some kind of ladder or some kind of something in here. Now I do have the ladder mods. I guess I could have done after this point right here, I could have had a ladder right there and go down a ladder, so it's, you know, what the, oh yeah, so that it goes down there. But I wanted to have an actual floor to step on for the medical bay. So we're gonna do like that. Okay. Now see, normally what I would do is I would put a door. I guess I can still do. So you come down here and open the door and step into here. Yeah, 'cause I can't do one there. Let's see. I think I've officially gone over the recording time I wanted to go over, but it's okay. If I have to cut it into 2 parts, I'll cut it into 2 parts. And then we'll have a 3 and a 4. So. Okay. Alright, so it's not catching, that's good. Okay. You know, I saw something the other day that looked really cool how they did it, so let's see, I think nope, that's not how they was placed. There we go. There we go. Gives a nice kind of venti feel. Like a venti cappy frappe latte mofo. And then you can fill that in with one of these. Like that. Just clean that up a little bit like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, alright, so we've got a medical bay with 2 cryopods. We've got... Yep, that's right. Go to the next floor here. On the next floor, we've got ourselves a refinery with no modules on it. An arc furnace, oxygen generator, an assembler with no mods on it. And we've got ourselves 3 oxygen tanks. And we need to look at placing a hydrogen tank, which I didn't even put in that thought process at all. How smart am I? I didn't put any enough room down there for it, down there in the bottom, because if they ever make hydrogen explodable, I don't want it to be anywhere near my things it'll destroy. But let's just, come on, switch menu. There we go. Number 7. I guess we can do it right there like that. And then connect it there at the top. So you can have access it directly right here. Dook. And you can go to the up here and then have access. Wow, I didn't even plan for that. And look at that, look at it. Yep. Okay, so to solve sides of this stuff falling off, one of the things we can do is the same that we did for underneath there to clean it up. You come over here, this one, place it like that. Or you can do glass sheets. I'm just going to do this for now. I might go back and cut them out and do glass, because you can do a 45, or you can do, yeah, like a 45 sheet of glass, and it fits it and does it nice. You can see through it then. It doesn't look so tacky-ish. So, alright, let's go ahead and place this one, and then do number 4 over there. There we go. Yes, I know, I was really lazy. I could have just flown to the other side and placed it, but whatever. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do that, but I can. Oh, come on, rotate right for me, you punk. access it from up there, but just in case you fall down in the hole, you'll be able to access it like that. And this will also allow air transfer between floors. Not like they haven't done an air transfer issue, but we'll end up putting an air vent probably right there at that one. And then we'll end up doing another air vent lower. But I think that's where I'm going to call it at for right now. So we've added to the base a little bit before, and then, you know, it only had that little bit over there. So we've added some floors. We've added a sub area, which has our refineries. It has our power supply, backup power supplies, has our medical bay, and 2 cryopods. So this base will have less storage than the easy start base, but like I said, I want it to be easy, but I don't want it to be so crazily easy it's stupid. So, and oh, and I almost forgot we added our little doors here for our hangar bay, and then I'm gonna have to build that up, and I'll end up closing this in, coming out here and doing some kind of crazy door scheme. I could do something with pistons and such and make it really kind of cool, but I don't know. Just have to see how that goes. So, I think that's where we're going to cut it.